Either way, though, we are free to now play jump rope, our first mini game of the game. And this is one that I'm not particularly good at, but I plan on doing well eventually with it. We'll see what I can do right now, though. There's no introduction to it, so I just go and talk to them, and they go, "You want to try?" Sure, I'll try. So pretty much when the exclamation point comes up, you press the X button and you'll jump. You will need to know when that exclamation point is going to show up before it actually shows up in order to get this done properly. Typically, for this first stage, the rope you want to be right underneath it. So the rope has to be right above you. That's when you press the button. All right, let's go. Now I can usually get up to 20. At number 20, though, it gets faster, like she says. And that's almost always right where I mess up. No, I got it. Oh, I got 22. I wasn't able to do any more with that. Usually I mess up right as it speeds up, but you gotta get there faster, and then I just wasn't fast enough overall. So I got 22, as you saw though. Once I hit 20, I got 10 gil, so that's something. And really that's going to be good enough for now. You can do this more later and get some really cool stuff, but really it can get game breaking if you get the max level of that. So we will put that off for later, and we'll just head to the left, which is pretty much the only place we can go for now. Really? You fell again? Blast it. The hell are you? Are you a dog? Hey, you made me miss you, little klutz. Dante the sign maker. Apparently he's not good at propping up the signs, but he can make a damn good sign. That should do it. Well, it's been a long day. I don't feel the need to get my ladder. We can just leave that there. Hey, you, Shrimp. You're the one with the phony ticket, ain't you? You the kid that ran into me? I saw the guy tell you it was fake. Yeah, it's fake. I'll let you see the show if you become my slave. What? What do you say? No, I don't want to be a slave. Okay, later. Now, if you want to progress with the plot, you say yes. However, you will miss out on one set of items that I definitely want to get. So we will get those items, and then we'll come back and we'll say yes. I'll be your slave. First thing we want to do is head into this building here, where we can get a set of eye drops, and we can find this girl. Oh, hello again. Do I know you? I don't think I know her. Now, I believe that we want to just kind of wait a little bit. Do I have to pass a certain point here? Forget exactly what the thing is with her. Rooftops for the masses. No nobility, no ticket, no problem. Enjoy the show from the rooftops, assembled here by the steeple at sundown. Together, the people will prevail. Proletariat patrons movement. I honestly did not know that was there. Okay, well, I'm waiting for her to leave, which is exactly what I'm doing. We'll talk to people down here. Hey, kid, don't even think about trying to sneak into the castle by boat. I tried that last year, but them guards, they caught me lickety-split. Why would you tell a random kid that walked by that? Why? How you doing, old man? Them newfangled mist-powered ships float through the air, but true ships are supposed to float underwater, right, Shani? Right, whatever you say, old man, as long as I can get out of this conversation. My kitten Mittens ran away. Tell me if you see him, okay? Sure. I'll say, hey, Mittens, go back to Tom. Thanks. No problem. Now, she's still not leaving. I know she leaves. You have to wait till later. All right, we'll head in here for now then. Now in here, you can get the tent, and you can head way over here to get a potion. Now, all of this has been available to you, and would have been available to you if you agreed to be the slave. However, this would not. You want to climb the ladder. Once you get to the top, you want to pull the rope. This is very important because it drops a little mini chest. And in that mini chest, we can get Hit Paul's treasure, an Iron Knight card, a Goblin card, and a Fang card. And that's actually it for the cards, but we will still wait to go over those. until we talk to Alleyway Jack about the cards. Now we'll get out of here. I've never had to wait this long for her to get out. Usually she's out by the time I get here. I'm kind of concerned about that. All right, either way, we'll move on. It's not that big of a deal if I don't get that item right away. In order to reset this little part, you just go back into the square and back to the alleyway. And then the rat face kid will show up again. There we are. How you doing? Well, what do you say? All right, I will be your slave. Awesome, now for your first assignment. You go stand over there and see if anyone's coming. Sure, I will. All clear? Yeah, it's clear. Awesome, engage according to mission parameters. You're using big words and I'm confused. And off the kid runs. And we are greeted by this guy. Don't let him sneak up on you, just walk up and talk to him. Excuse me, but is your name Alleyway Jack? Huh? How did you know my name? If you know who I am, you probably want to challenge me to a card game. Is my game glitching out on me, or do you have 4 arms? What? You don't know how to play? You want me to teach you? Well, why not? I finished one job already. Follow me, kid. Apparently, Alleyway Jack is nice to children. Who would have guessed? We'll start with the basics. You need 5 cards to play the card game. To play a game, approach someone and press the square key. Some people may not be interested. In that case, move on to someone else. And here we're introduced to what you will become familiar with as the tutorial menu. It shows you what you have already seen the answer to. It won't have anything that says new, and it tells you how to progress with the tutorial, or you could just kind of stop whenever. But he does a fairly good job explaining the card game, so we're going to listen to him. I will be skipping other tutorials as we continue with one major example of that. But how does the card game proceed? Let's talk about how to play the actual game. You take turns placing your cards on a 4x4 grid with your opponent. Sometimes your opponent card flips. That's because of the yellow arrows on the corner and the sides of the card. If your arrow is facing in the direction of your opponent's card, that card becomes yours. That's only true if your opponent's card does not have an arrow pointing at your card when you place your card. But if your opponent's card has an arrow facing yours, a card battle begins. And he does not explain what a card battle is. I'll just go ahead and tell you. A card battle is a random event that you have no control over and determines whether or not you win or lose that card for that turn. What's a card battle? When several arrows face each other, multiple card battles may occur. See, once again, he just ignores what a card battle is here. And then he starts talking about if you place a card and it's got arrows pointing at multiple cards of your opponent's, and those opponents' cards are also pointing at you, then multiple card battles may occur. You can choose where to begin the card battle when that happens. Where you choose to begin the battle affects how the rest of the battles play out. Indeed, that is true, and we'll probably get a chance to show that later on. He doesn't do a good job of explaining the actual mechanic of the game, but he explains a lot of the game. Let's see, you can also use combos. This is actually very, very important. What is a combo? Okay, I'll teach you the technical stuff now. You gotta be careful during a card battle. If your card wins against the opponent's card, all the cards facing that card's arrows are yours. In other words, if you beat your opponent's card in a card battle, and it has to be a battle, you have to win by a battle, every other card that card that you just won is pointing to, you'll win. No battles necessary. It's an easy way to flip a card that you want, is to do a card battle this way. That's called a combo. If it's a double-edged sword, because the same thing happens to you if your card loses against your opponent's card. Try to play a perfect game. What's a perfect? Apparently this needs its own thing. What is a perfect game, you ask? You get one of your opponent's cards when you win. If you flip over all of your opponent's cards and play a perfect game, you can take all of them. That is a big improvement over Final Fantasy VIII's card game. There's no trade rules, or rules kind of in general, like depending on the area, and that's a big improvement. Basically, if you win, you get one card, but if you get all the cards on the field your color, then you get all of them. And you can only take the cards that you flip over to your side if you win. So it is kind of limited, but I like the way that they do that in this game. Reach for the highest collector's level. What's a collector's level? And he's not going to tell us. Let me tell you about collector's levels. Check your menu and go to the section entitled Card. You can check your collector's level there. You level up as you collect more cards. Even I don't know what the highest collector's level is. Damn it, four-armed man. Why don't you know the highest collector's level? You totally should. Can we try a game? Let's play. And we finally get involved, and I'll try to explain the rest of the things that he didn't talk about, including some of the most important things about this. All right, so here are the cards that I can choose from. I have 12 in stock, so I have 12 cards total. I have 8 different types of cards. And if you'll notice, this is I believe it's a 10 by 10 grid. Yes, 10 by 10, so there are 100 cards. That's also the maximum amount of cards that you can hold. You can't just hold 100 of every card like you could in Final Fantasy VIII. You can only hold 100 cards, so if you want a complete collection, you only want one of each card. So at some point, we will start dropping cards, but we're going to put that off, obviously, until I get 100. So here is my first Goblin card. It's got 3 arrows on it, pointing to the left, left, and down. Those are its kind of attack areas. It's also its defense areas. Those are where it can attack. Those are where it can defend. The numbers on it are also important. For the most part, most of my cards are going to have zeros on them and P's on them. The first zero is your attack. That will vary, obviously, depending on the strength of the card. Like I said, most of them that I have are going to be 0. I should have 1 or 2 that have a 1. There we go. My Ironite card has a 1, and my Sahajin card has a 1. So they have a 1 attack power, so to speak. That will change when we finally get into a battle, but for now we'll say 0 and 1. Then the second little digit there is a letter, and it will be a P for physical attackers. It's the type of attack that you do. It's a physical attack on goblins and fangs and skeletons, but for a Flan, it is a magic attack. M for magic. It always looks like an H to me, but it's an M. That's what they're going for. And that's all that I have right now. There is another one that we might show off later, but for right now, all we have is P and M, physical and magic. The next 2 numbers are your defense. I believe it goes, the 3rd digit is your physical defense, and the 4th digit is your magic defense. It's been a while since I've gone into the depths of this card game, but I do believe that is what it is. So if the attack is physical, it's going to use your physical defense to counter that, and if you have a magic attack, then it's going to be the magic defense that counters that. Most of these guys don't have any defense. I believe the Ironite card has 1 physical defense, and then that is it.